favorite days. I swear that I live for donation days, you guys. Now, let me show you. Yeah, there's my camper. It's super 70s looking, even though it's from the 90s. We've got baby dolls, a bag full of them. Some of the dolls that we got from Big Lots over here. There's so much stuff. We've got, I can barely see out the side mirror, actually. We have, this is so cool. It's Pictionary Air. I actually got this at Amazon Liquidator and we love it. So every time I see it, I pick it up again because it's a really fun game. Then tons of G.I. Joes in this IKEA bag. The whole thing is full of G.I. Joes. Oh, these are so cute, you guys. I don't know if you could even see them. Open them up. There's a teeny tiny Disney princess in there. They're so cool. Secret styles. Together there are 50 in here. We've got the Bare Necessities by Wet n Wild. We have this one. It's called Smoke Out by Hard Candy. It's like purples. We've got a lot of the Naturally Gorgeous because 1304 was the one that went so many places that I think I had like 700 of those eyeshadows. They were everywhere. I did have to add in some of the C Color 1, 2, and 3 to finish off the 50, but those are very similar colors and I don't think it'll be a problem. More of the awesome lip smackers that were generously donated by Southern Mimi. Then we've got 100 lipsticks here of various colors and shades for the women to choose from. Ordering on eBay little earrings like this, studs. There are actually 100 in here, and these are perfect for little kids. They're very fun and they really love to dig through the bucket. Altogether, we've got 250 stuffed animals because that's how many kids live in this specific shelter. Oh, it's crazy packed in here. Oh yeah, those are the other secret styles. I love those. Maybe when we get there, I can show you guys a little better because John did some socks. I can't see, but it's super packed. These I love, love, love. These were generously donated from Daphne, one of my awesome subscribers. You guys know her and love her, and she made all of these. I love, love, love this donation. Thank you so much. This soap sack was made with love by a sack volunteer supporting a community with kindness. I just love things like this. They make me and they make the people so happy. And she makes all different kinds, like on keychains. I shared these with you guys before, but these are fantastic, sentimental donations. I'll try to show you guys the rest of the stuff when we get there. He packed it crazy tight because he knows that I wanted to take everything I could today, that anything that we have that we could fit for the high limit shelter was going. Hey guys, we actually just left the Dollar Tree, but this is not a Dollar Tree video. I couldn't help myself. I have a few minutes before I absolutely need to get on the road to do my shelter drop off in Jamaica, Queens. I can say that it's not today. The drop off that I'm doing is at a high limit family shelter, so it's not actually a domestic violence residence or shelter or like an emergency shelter. I'm at a red light, but because it isn't, I can say where I am because domestic violence shelters are confidential information. You cannot disclose that information, or you can't, you just can't do it, period. There's a reason for it. But I had to stop at the Dollar Tree and I did get some cool new items. Honestly, I wanted to buy all the lipsticks that they had at that Dollar Tree and just bring them with me to donate because they had so many of the really beautiful new, wait, they're L'Oreal, right? I'm gonna look in the bag. I didn't buy them all in case I feel like dumping the bag out because there's always gonna be that one person. They are Revlon, but they're so nice, you guys. These Ultra Matte HD lipsticks are beautiful. So if you haven't yet tried them, definitely give them a try. They had so many colors. They have ones with like glittery caps. I'm like kind of obsessed. You guys know how I get. Like that's how I got over the slippers, and believe me, there are a lot of slippers in this truck right now. I tried to record what I have in here, but it's almost impossible because while I was doing a different drop-off, a lot of the time John doesn't come with me on the drop-offs because there's no room in the car. Look, that is my passenger seat. That's where John would be, but it's full of things because it's cheaper than renting a U-Haul. And then I'm able to get more stuff dropped off, or I could make multiple drop-offs. I used to rent U-Hauls. I know you guys probably don't even care, but you know, this is my vlog, days before Christmas, and that's what I'm doing today, you guys. This is how I spend my days before Christmas. Now, I gotta be honest, I'm actually kind of really excited because any day now, there's so much sunlight. Any day now, I get to start doing, I might actually go Christmas shopping tonight for some things, because believe it or not, I haven't gotten a lot of things for Chris because my son is really hard. Who else has a teenage boy that doesn't want anything? Like, I mean, I don't even know what that's about. Like, he absolutely doesn't want anything. Last year, he wanted a new virtual reality headset, and that's what I got him. And he insisted on giving his away, which was really nice of him. And I thought that was really cool of him, so I did get it for him. And he was like, "It's too much, Mom." He's such a good kid that way. But like, he just plays video games and he's like, "I need Wi-Fi. I need better Wi-Fi. Just need better Wi-Fi." And the thing is, we live in a teeny tiny house, but you would swear that we live in like Fort Knox because the Wi-Fi doesn't pass through the walls of our bungalow. I don't know why. It's like this big, and yet we need Wi-Fi in every room, a router. I don't know what that's about. But look at how sunny it is. Isn't it crazy? But he, like, that's all he ever asks me for is better Wi-Fi. "Mom, can you please get better Wi-Fi?" So I'm going to call Verizon later and see if I can get him his own private router for his Christmas gift, because I don't know what else to get him. And that's all my kid likes to do. So, you know, as a mother, you want to have something really special under the tree. And he doesn't let me do that. I'm going to go to Marshall's or maybe Five and Below. Sometimes he likes weird things. Like, he likes weird things, period. And I know when I see something that I know Chris is going to like, I just know he's going to like it. But there's very rare moments that he likes anything. I got him like a power bank so he can charge his phone and play video games in school, because that's how Chris can concentrate, is by doing 3 things at the same time, kind of like his mom. And he does really well in school, so it's okay. My Starbucks cup that I love. And I don't know what to get him. He's 16 going on 70. Like, he just is like, "Oh, I don't need that. Save money, Mom. I don't need it. Use it for my college fund." Like, he just says it. And I'm like, "Chris, don't worry. We got college. Just get yourself to college and don't worry about your college fund. We're taking care of that." And he's like, "It's okay, Mom. I don't need anything." It just drives me crazy. Like, I just want him to tell me what he wants so I could go get it. But he's just not that kind of kid. Do you guys have any kids like that are like, "I don't need anything, Mom. No, I don't need new clothes. No, I don't want new shoes. No, I don't want anything at all." And then every once in a while, he'll ask you for something that's like $500, and you're like, "Okay, you can have it. Of course you can." Because that's what happens. Whenever Chris's computer dies, it's a thing, because it's an investment in all things, basically, because he's a gamer and he doesn't like PlayStation or Xbox. My husband does. We have like everything in my house. We have the Switch, the Xbox, the PlayStation. I don't know any. I put DVDs in the PlayStation. That's about it. But Chris just plays video games, PC video games. He's a PC video game person. And I know that it's like a thing. Some people are Xbox people, some people are PlayStation people, some people are Nintendo Switch people, and some people are PC gamers. And that's Chris. So whenever he needs a new computer, Mama doesn't get new shoes. Let's put it that way. And that's all there is to it, because those are not cheap. Those are like a college fund. But so did you guys get all your kids or grandkids their gifts yet? Like, what's up with that? Because I'm still trying to think of something cool to get him. But I'm gonna go shopping later today. Maybe I'll record that too, because it's like crunch time. I have some things in the works for everyone in my family. I've ordered John some things and my in-laws some things, and I have found a lot of cool things at the Dollar Tree over the course of the year that I saved for Christmas. But Chris is a tough cookie, and so he likes snacks. My son would be happy if I got him. Oh, Oh my gosh. Some of these dolls just jumped ship from the back of the truck. That's okay. Everything will get there. No big deal. I had to put my sunglasses on. The sun was literally blinding me. But like I was saying, Christopher loves snacks. Oh, these are Temu sunglasses, by the way, and I love them. I do have a Temu video coming up. I've recorded it, but it hasn't gotten out to you guys yet. Christopher is a snack foodie kind of person. He likes to watch people do videos on like gourmet ramen like recipes, and he likes to time his like hard-boiled eggs and then tell me like if they're perfect. Well, he likes to have me do it with him because he kind of is a disaster in the kitchen, but he's definitely a foodie. And if I filled an Advent full of like sausage and salamis and like provolone cheeses and got it for him in the refrigerator, that would be the Advent that my son would really love. He loves deli cold cuts, and my family are very much all about the charcuterie board. That is the thing that my family loves. Me too, but Chris for sure. That's like his happy place. His love language is charcuterie. So if all else fails, Chris is getting snacks for Christmas. But I think I'm gonna stop at maybe Marshall's. They might have like something fancy. I don't know. We'll definitely see what I can find. Or maybe like cozy. He loves chillax time, like his video gaming time in his jammies. Like maybe I'll get him some pajamas. Teenage boys are hard to buy things for, period. Like hygiene stuff, it's by force that I get him to use those things. So yeah, so that's what's going on. And I don't have a girl. It would probably be really fun to shop for a girl for Christmas, because I've always imagined that that's like really, really fun. God knows I love to shop for girl stuff. So yeah, so that's what's going on. I'm wondering what you guys are up to in your holiday planning. Have you guys gotten everything finished? Do you still have shopping to do? Are you the kind of person that's wrapping at like 4 o'clock in the morning to put the toys under the tree? You know what's so crazy? I love to shop like mad, but I was the mom that was wrapping toys Christmas Eve night. Well, really Christmas Day morning at like 4 o'clock in the morning, because I would always procrastinate on the wrapping part. And I would never get my son to go to sleep early, because he never goes to sleep early. Even now he has trouble sleeping. And so Christmas Eve was like the one night I could somehow get that kid to go to sleep, because I was like, Santa is not coming if you do not go to bed. And in the back of my head I was like, no, really, Santa ain't coming, because if you don't go to bed, Santa can't wrap the gifts. And so he really believed in Santa Claus until, my gosh, my boy was really old when he, what age were you when you stopped believing in Santa Claus? I really did pretty good. I'm kind of proud of myself, because I had bought gift wrap from a garage sale, and it was very vintage gift wrap, and I would always put that gift wrap on Christopher's gifts, and I had bought a lot of it, and it was super vintage. And Chris kind of has a good eye. Even as a baby, he knew when things were weird, and so he didn't get like his toys wrapped in like cartoon character gifts or anything like that. That's what I would wrap the toy. The toys that were from Mom would get wrapped in like whatever popular character was out at the time. But the ones from Santa, which I would actually give Santa a lot of the credit of things that he really wanted. I loved that. I loved him believing in something huge like Santa. And I would wrap it in the vintage paper. So Chris would be like, Mom, look at Santa's paper. It's so old. It's like from the flea market, an antique. And I'm like, yeah, because Santa's really old. He has really old things, and he magically makes more of them, Chris. And he would be like, wow, this is special paper. And he just knew that the paper was like old. He could tell. He was like, this is really old special paper that Santa brings. And I'm like, yeah, it's like forever years old. And so I got away with it for such a long time until a family member, which, to be honest with you, I was furious. Chris was, how old was my boy? 9 years old. I think he was 8 or 9 years old when someone in my family actually told him, what are you talking about? There's no Santa Claus. And I was like, did you just tell my child that there was no Santa Claus? What's wrong with you? Do you not know that there's a Santa Claus? Are you crazy? Of course there's a Santa Claus. And they looked at me like, are you crazy? Why are you telling your son that there's a Santa Claus? And I was really devastated. But then, you know, Chris, as he got older, was like, Mom, you know, it's really ridiculous that you didn't tell me that Santa wasn't real. All of those toys that you would buy me, I thought Santa was buying me. And I'm like, that's okay. I don't care. I really wanted you to believe in Santa for as long as I could possibly get away with it. I don't know why that person told you. So I got really mad. I mean, I was going to tell him that year because I think it was, wow, I'm still mad right now. Isn't that crazy? I'm getting mad right now thinking about it because it was like right before Christmas and I had decided that I would let him believe in Santa and then after that Christmas Eve that I would tell him the truth. But who were they to tell him that there was no Santa? Like, how dare you? And I think he was like 8 going on 9. So that's not that old. Is that old for a kid to still believe in Santa? I mean, he's an only child. Listen, it was something that made me so happy. I don't understand why it was taken away from me, but it was just so awful because I already had, and that's the other thing. I was at the very tail end of the paper. So I kind of worked it out. I would only wrap certain things in the paper and I had enough to last me for another year. So I was like, when the paper runs out, Santa's over. And I had enough for that year. So I was furious and I'll never forget it as long as I live. I don't speak to those people anymore. I mean, Chris is old now and I still don't talk to them because I was outraged that they outed my whole Santa secret Santa situation. Like, I don't understand how you're going to come to somebody's house and tell their kids that there's no Santa Claus. I mean, who does that? And Chris really believed in Santa because I would always tell him, those are fake Santas. That's not the real Santa, Chris. That's the fake Santa. He hires people to work in the malls. Like, I made the story really good. He believed it. And then when we went to, of course, I would take him to Macy's, where the Santa is really high end. Stood on the line, or at one point I think we had to make an appointment, but whatever it was, I would take him to Macy's on 34th Street, and I would be like, Chris, we're going to see the real Santa. So we would watch Miracle on 34th Street. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this story, but you know why? Because I'm thinking about, and I'll tell you, I'm going to get to it, but I would always watch the movie Miracle on 34th Street with Chris, and I would be like, you see that little girl? She won in real court, Chris. That's what this is about. This is a movie about the little girl winning in court about Santa Claus. So when Chris saw that movie, he would be like, Mom, the judges were going to put Santa in jail? Oh my gosh. Now, for those of you who don't know, I am a domestic violence survivor, and my situation was not unique. There are lots of women that have been in my situation, but the reason that I had that reaction out of my child is because we spent a lot of years in court fighting for custody. So Christopher was very outraged that the judges would try to put Santa Claus in jail because he looked at it as the judges tried to take him away from me. It was a very, very, very long custody battle, and I had to move away from Queens where I lived because my son's father's family are all police, and he would do a lot of things that were less than fair. Let's just put it, my son's father's entire family were police, and I have been put in circumstances that were less than pleasant, to say the least. Chris, unfortunately, during my custody battle, had to deal with all of that and all of the police stuff that would always happen because I was being very harassed by the police department, unfortunately, and that is the truth. Now, despite all of that, Chris was really upset that they were going to do that to Santa, so it worked to my advantage. I was like, great. Chris is very upset that the judicial system would try to take him away from his mother or put Santa in jail, so it worked. And so when we would go to Macy's on 34th Street, and you could tell that the Santa on 34th Street was like amazing. Like, I feel like the Santas on 34th Street get like professional makeup done, and they're amazing Santas. And you know, there's like several Santas on 34th Street, but the kids don't realize that because there's a lot of little rooms. I don't know if you guys have ever been to see Santa in Manhattan at the Macy's Herald Square store. So regardless, when Chris would see like the mall Santas that are like half in the bag and their beard is coming off, I would be like, Chris, it's okay. You could say hello to the nice old man, but that's not really Santa. We know where the real Santa is. I'm going to take you to see the real Santa. And he would be like, yeah. Or like when we would do the shelter party, he knew that I had friends come sometimes to play Santa, and he would watch them put the costumes on and stuff. And I would go to the trouble of pretending that I got permission from Santa. So I would get on the phone and I would make sure that I had someone change their voice, that I would call while he was like in the back seat, and I would act like he was ignoring me, but I knew he wasn't. And I would be like on conference call, and I'd be like, so can you put me through to Santa, because I need to find out if I have authorization to have Santa perform at my party, at my event, but I know that we need a professional approval because otherwise it's impersonating Santa. And then I would hear Chris telling his friends, oh, my mom spoke to the elves in the North Pole and Santa gave permission, so I'm definitely going to get what I want for Christmas because my mom spoke to Santa Claus directly, and he gave my mom permission to have Santa Claus at the shelter party, but she told Santa what I wanted. She told Santa what I wanted, so Santa's gonna get me my gifts. And so he really believed in Santa. I worked very hard at it. It made me very, very happy. Anyway, that's a long story, but I guess the reason that I'm thinking about it is that at one of my holiday parties, I remember a little kid asking his mom, and I almost just died, honestly, when I heard the kid say that. I heard a little boy ask his mom, Mom, is Santa going to be able to find us? Because, you know, we moved and we didn't give Santa my new address. We didn't give Santa the new address of where we're living because they had to go to a shelter. And, you know, not everyone that would come to those holiday parties, I would invite family shelters as well. So I asked the lady like later, you know, because I heard the kid talking, and it actually turned out that she had been evicted. She was a single mom. I don't know if she was a domestic violence survivor or not. I didn't get into it with her. I didn't know her very well. She was a lady from the family shelters that came to my event that year because I invited more than you guys get it, because you can't just invite people from domestic violence and say this is a domestic violence. I mean, that would be like a target. So it's complicated. But anyhow, I asked her, you know, how long have you been in the shelter? You know, I heard your son saying that he's scared. And she was like, he doesn't know that that's not where we're living. You know, I got evicted and she was getting housing, and she had like told her son a whole story about how they were painting their new apartment. And I loved that because I have to say that I like pretending. I know that it may not be for everyone, but I enjoy making up stories to keep children in the dark of some of the horrible things that they have to face. For as long as you can keep it from them, why not keep it from them? That's my opinion. I wasn't raised that way, though. I'll be honest. I was raised by a single mom. I mean, I obviously have a mom and dad, but what I meant to say is that I wasn't like incubated. My parents got divorced, but at some point my mom just, actually, I don't remember ever being told those type of things. Like, my mom would not, actually, I don't think I was ever told about Santa. No, my mom told me from day one, your father and I work and we buy you toys. That way at all. My mom and dad, my dad always worked. My parents got divorced, but my mom was the type of mom that was like, your father and I work hard. We buy you everything that you get, and there is no Santa Claus. And I didn't like it. I think that that's why I love childish things, because I wasn't able to have that fairy tale. Like, I mean, that's why I grew up loving like the Magical Garden of Make-Believe, my favorite TV show ever. I think that's why, because my mom didn't let me have that when I was little. Maybe that makes sense. I'm actually at the shelter right now, so I have to tell them what I'm doing. I could go in?
Yeah, all of the doors.
I have to drop off stuff.
Right? You going to the party?
No, I'm not doing a party, but I'm dropping off toys. Okay, thanks. They thought I was the clown. The guy thought I was a party clown. That's really awesome. I don't know if I recorded that, but he was like, oh, you're the clown, you're here for the party. No, I'm just me, Marina. Okay, guys, I'm gonna see if I can record a lot of the stuff coming out of the car, because I didn't record it coming into the car. But we're at the Saratoga Family Shelter, and this is my favorite moment of the day. I'll see you guys in a bit. Say Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas from Saratoga to you all.
Woohoo! Thanks, guys.
Shout out to
I'm
Big
down.
Flags Football League. Shout out to Saratoga.
Wait, so what's your name?
My name is Mr. Corey. They call me Mr. Corey here. I deal with all the kids. I also coach. So you guys need any help, you want to do a sports event, you need any help with promotion in New York and Queens, you guys contact me.
Perfect.
Give me a call.
And you?
I'm Mr. Dutchman. I help out around recreation.
And they're helping me schlep the stuff downstairs, which is awesome. And I'm gonna give them my YouTube page. Hold on, there's more stuff though. That is it. I am really excited that we got to do these donations and that you got to see a little glimpse of what goes on in my day and night. It's nighttime now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave the video a like and a thumbs up. Comment down below, and don't forget to check out the whole vlog. Oh my God, it's so cold. Don't forget to check out the whole Vlogmas crew. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Hanukkah's over. Kwanzaa. Merry everything, you guys. Bye, guys. Hey, guys, we're leaving the shelter now. Please enjoy your holiday, my friends. It's just 3 more days till Christmas. And with just a few more days left till Christmas, don't forget, if you've got some downtime, to go check out all of these awesome content creators that have been pumping out holiday content for you guys in this awesome 2023 Vlogmas crew.